Hello, my friends. Let me do my glass switch. Okay. Okay. Remember, these are just to make sure that my face is my face. My face is my face with the glasses on, and these were the frames because these have no no ophthalmologic purpose. They use I used to use them for TV appearances many years ago. Well, last Sunday was Father's Day here in Panama, in the States, and perhaps some other places that I don't know of. And I should talk a little bit about Father's Day. Uh, but the main thing to begin with, let me show you my little family. Okay, uh, from left to right, or from the youngest. I mean, you can find out. Okay, the Emita, of course, is right in the middle, and the first kid, the the shortest one is People. He's the youngest. He's 40 years right now. And then there's the abuelo, that's me. And there's Amita, and there's Akim, my oldest. And right by him is Vadim, which is the middle son. There are 5 years in between each one. So Hakim is 10 years older than People, the youngest. So he is the master of the pack. Okay. Okay. There is an instance that occurred yesterday that prompted me to make this video today, uh, because I have always had some trouble with this concept of Father's Day or Mother's Day. Always. Uh, when I was a kid, you know, we really we were culturally rich, but financially poor. We used to belong to the low middle class, I call it that way. Yeah. And I got to study in the U.S. thanks to a scholarship that I had won, or some governmental aid that I had won, or something like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Well, anyway, I was always bothered every time the Father or Mother's Day came around. When I saw my mother worried about all the gifts that she had to buy uh, for aunts and uncles and grown-up cousins, or all this stuff, and it, it really was difficult for her. And as far as I was concerned, I would, well, I always questioned many things. I always questioned. And I questioned, why did she have to buy things? Us kids were not earning money. So why would she have to buy something for someone who was not my father. I had my father. So whatever could be given to him was fine. But why give stuff to other people? It didn't make any sense to me. It was really a strain on financial strain on the family every year. So when the time came for me to have a family, and I started having Mita and I started having kids, I decided that as far as these special days, we were going to follow the following pattern. Uh, if it was, for example, Mother's Day, I had a mother, so I would give some gift to my mother. Amita had a mother and she lived with us, so Amita would give a gift to her mother. The kids had their mother, so they would give something to their mother, not to their grandmothers. No, no. So each gift was directed straight to the person who earned it. And in my case, for Father's Day, I didn't have a father. He already passed away when I had kids, so I didn't have to give anything to anyone. Amita, same thing. My kids gave me something, always. But Amita didn't give me anything. Neither did I give anything for Amita on Mother's Day. Amita wasn't my mother. And same thing, I wouldn't give anything to my mother-in-law because she wasn't my mother. So that's the way we worked things out. And it really gave us a sense of intimacy in the family, as a sense of being special, of having someone really feeling special that day, be it the father or be it the mother. And it would have been great if it would have been just Parents' Day, if such a thing does exist somewhere. But well, it doesn't, so as far as I know. Of course, kids comment on things, and my relatives, my brothers and my brothers and sisters would always, find this as odd, it's weird, and but well, that's the way we work things. This was a special family. We had our very special codes. For example, okay, 3 children, as I mentioned, and 10 years between the eldest, and the youngest, and 5 years for the one in the middle. And they developed a sense of authority, a chain of authority, where the youngest would always mind the opinion or the authority of the oldest. And of course, they made some jokes about it. For example, if Akim, the oldest, had to reprimand Vadim for something, well, Vadim would accept the reprimand and okay, that was it. And he wouldn't take it out on the little one, but he could have, I guess. And it was said that if the little one did something wrong and Vadim, the middle one, scolded him, then the little one would go and kick the dog, which is what happened, of course. Uh, but they had this sense of this um, order of authority, which the truth isn't that I guess Amita and I somehow or other uh, set it up, but not in a formal way. It just happened. Amita and I always said that, I usually said it, that our kids were weird. I would say, these are not normal kids. All our friends, our parent friends, would complain that they didn't have time of their own because they had to be chasing kids around to remind them of their homework, to do their homework and all that stuff, and had to tutor them, and we didn't have to do anything. You know, each kid would be completely responsible of whatever they had to do, and it was great. In fact, right now I remember that I was writing my doctoral thesis, my PhD thesis. I was typing it, and Akim came to me, and he told me, "Hey, Dad, I really like studying while you're doing this work, while you're studying too." For him, that was studying. And I said, "Geez, that's that's really something." So the three of them like studying. They were all on the dean's list, and all that, and graduated with scholarships, and great. Something that I always found very interesting was that I never saw them fight among themselves. And the normal thing with children is that, with siblings, is that one way to get to know each other and to set limits is by fighting. Not necessarily, fist fights. It could go to fisticuffs, I guess, but in this case, it didn't happen. I never ever saw them fighting. Uh, they were actually, they still are the best of friends. They are very good friends, and there was something very, very, very special that. Uh, Perhaps there is something that happened. Amita, you and I used to comment on this. It was a phrase that I think I may have heard it somewhere, but we adopted it. We came to the conclusion once that we had fallen in love with our children, and that was about. Perhaps the reason why things worked out very well. We love our grandchildren, and Amita, while she was able to deal with two of them, the two oldest, she really enjoyed that short time. She was so happy, but more than that, she was so happy to see her children happy by being parents and being happy. So, okay, but there's an anecdote that really got me. got me uh, motivated to write or to make this post or this blog today. And it's that yesterday I had to go through a chemical or medical procedure here at home, and there was a doctor and there was a nurse and all that stuff. And it's a treatment for pain, for long-lasting pain. And well, Vadim took a picture and put it on the family group, and well, all the kids and daughters-in-law started, writing, and it all of a sudden came to a sort of a joke that it was nice and convenient. It was nice to have a son who happened to be a physician. And well, the kids started saying that none of their own children was interested in medicine at all, which was sort of a downer apparently. But all of a sudden, the conversation turned sort of subdued, and Akim said something that I just thought was beautiful. He said, "You know something, Vadim? You have put in so much effort with my dad, and being a physician, he's been very lucky, and I thank you for helping him." And that for me was just beautiful, because this is something, these feelings are usually not expressed verbally among siblings. They may feel it, they may comment it to someone else, but not necessarily thank a sibling for doing something. And it really got to me. And for a few seconds, I sort of made a little bit of insight, and told Emita, something, we did a good job. And that's why I think that yesterday, or I would have preferred to refer to Parents' Day rather than Father's Day, because I couldn't have been a good father without the mother that the kids had with me. So, see you next week. Bye-bye.